something new. Sejuani would be a takeaway pick. Kind of amazing to see Sejuani picked over Gragas, but that's what happens after the previous game. We're ticking down. Score has played Gragas twice. Will not be playing it a third time. Ambition is a fantastic Gragas player. But they look at the lanes. They try to judge whether it's safe to run the Zac. They answer yes. Another great ball carrier coming through for Crown. And okay, we just take stock of the draft here for both teams. Still going to be good lane control for KT Rolster. Still could be the invading, but it's not invading with Gragas this time, as Sejuani applies a lot less pressure on the invade compared to the Gragas.
All right, well, Zac making it all the way into the end, does get snatched up here by Ambition. It's a very slow start for him in game number 1, but eventually was able to get the ball rolling. Some of those let's bounces coming through, carrying multiple members to their death, were instrumental for Samsung to pick up that victory. But now they need to try to do it on the red side for the first time here in this series. Maybe that's the transition that KT Rolster so desperately needs to put a win on the board and extend this series to a game number 4, because no team wants to go down 3-0 in a regional qualifier. Not getting to Worlds already, a pretty bad thing to have to experience, but getting absolutely crushed while being denied Worlds feels even worse.
And the key member for the side of KT is Smeb, 8-1 on the Jarvan this season. His engage selection has been superb in the summer season. If he gets snowballing, he can crush Orianna or Xayah, maybe even both, depending on the timings. To me, he's the big game breaker, because otherwise, it's going to be super tanks from Samsung and a Xayah hitting those item spikes. The late game team fights are predictable. They have been the same 3 games in a row. So hard to push through the tank line of Zac and Maokai on the side of Samsung. But KT, they're playing around the top side now. It's going to take away the red buff. Nothing Ambition can do.
Go ahead and snatch that one up, going for a drive-by with the smite. Almost certainly would have led to his death. So just has to let it go away. In the meantime, Weaver's Walt's going to come through from Pawn, cutting off Crown a bit. A lot of damage off the threaded volley over the wall. Go ahead and start chunking out the Orianna. Let's see how he wants to try to play this one out. It's going to get slowed up, takes so much damage with the flash in. Glacial Prison comes down, and that is going to be first blood going over to KT Rolster.
A really nice one. They didn't have first roam either. It's Mata.
Yeah, flash away there from Ruler with the heal on top of it. Takes him to safety. It's a flash from Mata as well, but a 2-for-1 exchange.
And a preferential trade as well, because you get
too much mobility for that. That would be mildly fun. She's going to go in pretty deep here. Glacial Prison coming down.
Okay.
And is going to absolutely annihilate Core JJ. Let's bounce comes through, dragging him in towards the turret. He's going to get popped. Cell Division coming down, and Ruler still firing away from the back line, looking for a pick, but Ambition will get taken out in the end.
Smeb turning on Crown.
Underscore Crown, yeah, as you say, jumped on in the back line. Smeb trying to finish him off, and Cube now playing up into the front, is just running straight into the threaded volleys here from Pawn. Locks him down, wants Ruler to join in and try to pick up these kills. Goes out the feathers, but won't be able to get them. Go ahead and confirm the kill. So all in all, it's just going to be the 2-for-1 coming through. Samsung really not gaining a whole lot. Nor is KT Rolster. They move forward just a slight little bit there with the trade up.
Yeah, trade up and kills. Smart lane assignment by KT. They pulled Orianna topside with the Talia. Then just used Weaver's Wall to mid lane. No way for Ori to be there early. It was always going to be late.
As you say, going to get jumped on. Ace in the hole coming down. The Featherstorm will go ahead and help him avoid that damage. Flag and Drag not going to find him, but he's locked into the Cataclysm. He's going to get jumped on. Headbutt Pulverized comes down, and he gets annihilated. Now Cube shoved back with a seismic shove. Will get picked off. 2 kills going through, both of them over to Smeb. All for the Infernal Drake, but KT Rolster, I think they're pretty satisfied.
Yeah, teleport wards weren't able to be used in the early game. This time, perfect spot. You saw Ruler accepting.
Oh, Shockwave comes in, and oh my god! Def just gets absolutely annihilated. Ambition sees that as the go button. He jumps in, but he's going to get denied back. But Samsung at least able to put one on the board for themselves.
And it's an important one. It's the only ranged auto attacker next to Talia on the team. So getting that objective after the kills once again eludes them. Crown able to pick up the kill. Have to wait for the replay to see if Def just walked onto the ball off with just a command attack coming through from Crown, but without flash. Had held a shockwave a long time, wasn't able to use it, wasn't able to protect Ruler in the previous fight. But Samsung, they've got 2 ranged auto attackers. They will just rotate the Orianna topside.
Look at the slow up here on the ground. He's going to get booped back on the other side of the wall. No shockwave available still for a little while here. But they're trying to finish off Pawn, but here comes Mata charging in. It's the headbutt pulverizes. Pawn has gone down. Do they have the damage to finish off Crown? He gets the command protected onto himself, but he's still going to get popped to score. Finds the kill, and now Ambition just in no man's land, all on his own. Some flashes over. The turret shot comes through, and Smeb follows up with the auto attack to take him down. So a bit of an overstay there from Crown and Ambition. They get punished quite heavily. But Samsung, in the meantime, are able to pick up the tier 1 in the mid lane, so it's not without any benefit.
It kills to the side of KT.
Helping it move them forward, as they currently find themselves about 3,600 gold in the lead at 30 minutes. Baron Vision, you can see right now, going to be a bit of a hot commodity. They try to get in on top of Smeb. Here comes Ambition flying in from off the screen. Should be able to lock him down. Yeah, he is just not in a good spot. The flag and drag gets shorted, can't make it over the wall. He'll get picked off. And now Samsung might be looking for the Baron. They will start this one up, and Pawn is down in the bottom lane.
They're definitely going to start it to draw Pawn. Pawn will take a time to get there. Baron's down to 5,000. Nature's Grasp used. I think they might try to finish this, but we see Ambition and score around.
Oh, QV flashing in. Twisted Advance locks him down. The Baron will go over to Samsung, and just like that, they're right back into the game. They have the Baron buff. They can use that to pick up these turrets, get that standing gold. They try to even the score. Another one going down here in the mid lane. That final outer turret does fall. Now Ruler getting jumped on. Flashes to the other side into the Raptor pit to keep himself alive. Juve might just be the sacrificial lamb as he just gets boofed all the way back up the lane. Massive shield comes through. Gets a nice arcane smash. It's just really buying time. And yeah, this is just Maokai thinks, oh my god.
They want to give it to Caitlyn, but they're stopping damage.
Yeah, no vision too deep into the enemy territory. Mission going to get locked up. Headbutt Pulverize coming through, and he takes a ton of damage from Deft, so might just be the Zac going down. Gets the Let's Bounce over to the side, trying to keep himself alive, but doesn't have the flash
Meanwhile,
up yet. Gets that slam together. In the meantime, as you say, Ruler has fallen. Smeb just picking up the kill, and they'll go ahead and finish off Ambition. So just like that, 2 members going down on the side of Samsung. KT rolls to regain control.
Yeah, 2 really big kills on the corner of the screens.
Avenue to get up into that top lane, deny that turret going down. In the meantime, TP's going to be called down here from Smeb. Ambition to ground, kind of cut off here. Glacial Prison comes down into the flag and drag, and the Orianna just gets absolutely popped. Now the rest of Samsung have to head for the hills, but the Cataclysm has them locked in. Triple kidnap from the Let's Bounce, draws them to the side, but it's mostly used for Ambition to try to make it out of the fight. But over the wall comes multiple members of KT trying to take this fight, trying to knock down the tankier members of Samsung. They can't quite get through the Maokai or the Zac. They will be able to retreat back over towards the fountain, but Summoner Spells used, Crown going down. And KT will continue knocking down structures and maybe even find themselves another inhibitor. Ball thrown down just to cut them off. No way to defend this one. So turret going to go down, inhibitor likely to follow shortly thereafter. Ruler taking quite a bit of damage. Ace in the hole comes out. QA has the body block, but now Score going forward. Gets the Glacial Prison down in on the ground, who flashes away to keep himself alive into the back of the fight. Still has the Shockwave. Is looking for the opportunity. Throws out the ball. Still hasn't found a moment for it. Smeb will get his GA popped. Samsung going to try to turn this one around. Crown finally throws it down. Finds Pawn. They get the Blade Caller in on the score, and he has to retreat. So far, nobody going down. Core JJ able to limp his way back over to the fountain to keep himself alive, but the inhibitor will still fall. So KT, they trade Pawn's life for that final inhib, but mid has respawned.
And you see what Samsung...
Waves, 3 full lanes of Super Creep's going to be piling in.
And they're trying to collapse here.
Yeah, Core JJ and Ambition not likely to make this one, make it out of here with their lives, at least not Ambition. He's going to pop the Let's Bounce, go over the wall to try to get himself some distance, just to cast that recall animation. But to no avail. Cell Division will get popped. He will go down as Pawn takes the kill.
Doesn't look for the aggressive headbutt Pulverize. KT's job is to take down the inhibitor again, but you notice that they choose to fight this to Samsung.
And they're going to be going in here. Ambition trying to get into the back line. Core JJ goes through, has the quickness, just trying to taunt up everybody that he can. As Def goes down to about half HP, but he's going to be healing off these auto attacks and onto Ambition in the meantime. Now Smeb flag and drag goes through, finds the lockdown onto Crown, tries to get the pop onto the Orianna as the Cataclysm comes in. He's got the flash, but just holds on to it. Instead, we'll just go ahead and pop the GA up the J4.
It's Ruler.
Now QB going in. First kill comes through as Ruler. Gets rid of Mod of the TP, keeping the Zac alive, but that headshot crit will take him down, but it's 2 members dead. As you say, Smeb will fall, and Samsung yet again hold on.
Their team fighting is so strong in the late game as a team, but also with this particular team comp, Smeb or Deft is being zoned out.
Glacial Prison could find an opening in onto Ruler.
They've taken away 2, so it's only 3 in mid lane. They're actually outnumbered.
Crown and Ambition have kited up. They're going to go ahead and try to get rid of Pawn.
Interrupted Tilia's Weaver's Wall.
Yeah, seems like they'll go ahead. They'll kill him off. But now they need to fire back. They need something to go their way. You see KT, they're picking out the Elder Dragon. They're going to go ahead and snatch this up for themselves yet again. Samsung are closing in. Scrying Orb coming down. And that's going to be KT having to go ahead and get the hell out of dodge. Super Creeps are pushing into the base. Somebody's going to have to go back to try to answer this one as they finish this off.
Samsung need a way to get an inhibitor of their own, and KT drawing them to the Elder Dragon stops their inner turrets going up. Smeb took a inhibitor while we were watching action in mid lane, but it's been rinse repeat. It's like we've been watching this game on repeat. Samsung want that fight. They want to get a single kill. Unable to do it so far. Weavers will use. Ruler's exposed.
Yeah, he has to go up with a Feather Storm, trying to keep himself alive. Still goes low. Gets the regen coming through, and Smeb will not get the knockup. Now Nature's Grasp rolling through, but Ruler and Crown need to be delivering the damage to try to turn this fight around. The Shockwave still has not been used. Cube still in the fight, somehow has not died, despite just sitting in front for so very long. Cataclysm into the ace in the hole. The Shockwave gets thrown down. They find a kill in onto Smeb. The first one to fall, and the rest of Samsung still make it out with their lives.
In the late game, these Courage of the Colossus procs are just off the charts. They're massive. Every time you think someone's going to... It's probably the first time for 35 minutes the minion waves haven't been just owning Samsung Galaxy. But they're coming from multiple angles.
Fisher not going to find the lockdown. Crown has the Banshee's Veil. It's going to be an all-out brawl. Smeb goes in rather deep, but he is just going to get popped. Core JJ finds the fight. Double delivery coming through, and that might just be it. Ruler finds the kill. Mata's gonna go down. 3 members dead. Samsung pushing in, now looking for Pawn. Not gonna get the knock-up, but he is still all on his lonesome in the mid lane. Score tries to poke in from the sidelines, but they have him. Ruler finds the kill. 13 to 13. Samsung are gonna knock down the turret here in the mid lane. A Score tries to proxy the way, but they're still going to go for the win. Cuvee, he is beefy, he is tanky. They might be able to do it right here, Papa Smithy.
Captain Jack be damned, this might be the greatest base defense in the history of League of Legends. How did they do it for this long? They can brute forward through. There's no death timers available here. KT is too long. I think Samsung's gonna do it.
They've actually done it. They're gonna knock down the turrets. Samsung Galaxy will beat KT Roaster. A 3-0 victory. A Score does his damnedest to stop it, but there's just no avail. He will fail. The Nexus will crumble, and Samsung Galaxy are going to Worlds alongside SK Telecom and Longshoot Gaming.
One year later, Achilles, the scenes are the same. Samsung elated, KT Roaster eliminated is what we see here in the LCK. How fitting it was that who was the one flailing, trying to keep it going at the end, but Score, who was the only player for KT Roaster involved on both those nights. September 3rd, 2016, now September 2nd, 2017. Are the darkest night for the KT organization because they rolled on everything for KT to make it to Worlds, to be a champion. They shot for World Finals, they shot for being the best in the world, and they didn't even make it there, Achilles. These superstars, Mata, on your